can't believe Epic Games are already leaking Chapter 6 Season 4, considering this season's literally just launched. From the official theme and Battle Pass skins correlating to this, alongside how many updates we're going to be getting being one of the longest seasons of Chapter 6 so far, alongside the story kicking into overdrive with the surprise return of the Herald that nobody expected. So if you're hyped to subscribe now, as we're so close to 2.57 million subscribers. Stop before you pick up any of the 3 passes just released in the shop. Slap code FM1 in there, being one of the shortest and easiest codes to enter, literally 3 digits long, takes like 3 seconds. It not only means the world to me, but my dog Charlie the Charcoal Pug, who also wants you to join the Discord, as by providing proof you're rocking code FM1 in the SAC proof section, this will allow you to enter the 1000 daily V-Bucks giveaway we do to code FM1 users, so don't miss out on this. First of all today, most importantly, starting in the lobby, believe it or not, from going over to the passes menu, as you can see, I've already unlocked most things in this pass as I bought everything on day 1, which included me ticking the box to get the battle bundle to unlock Superman early. As you can see right here, yes, he does unlock on July 11th, which is a few days before the Blast Off live event in Fortnite OG Season 4 being the 16th. And I know a lot of you will be wondering, what does this have to do with going into Chapter 6 Season 4? Well, hear me out, because at the start of this season, obviously the owners of the original Superman cape from the Clark Kent skin in Chapter 2 Season 7, we literally had this cosmetic removed, and they've only just started granting it back now, which should look like this when you log in if you haven't already. And as you can see from this menu, what it has to do with Chapter 6 Season 4 is it ends this season going into that season on the 8th of August. From here, if we then go over to the Fortnite crew section, you can see history is repeating itself. As mentioned when I plugged my creator code at the start of the video, make sure to enter code FM1 now, and don't forget to join the Discord server for the daily 1000 V-Buck giveaways to code FM1 users. I mentioned about all the 3 passes this season, and of course, as you can see now, the Battle Pass ends August 8th, the OG Pass ends August 8th, and you guessed it, the Lego Pass. Which, yes, with these 3 passes means history is repeating itself once again, as this season launched with a brand new OG season, obviously the pass with that and the Lego Pass. Not gonna lie, if they keep doing this, the Fortnite crew is looking like a hella good deal right now. Even more so because of the fact that Chapter 6 Season 3 Super is set to be the second shortest season of Fortnite ever, at only 63 days long. And just for context, by FNBR Buzz, he also pointed out that the shortest season of Fortnite currently is Chapter 1 Season 1, which lasted only 49 days, excluding OG and mini seasons. For this reason, it's understandable that Epic Games are literally teasing Chapter 6 Season 4 in-game right now at one of the new POIs introduced this season, being the Utopia City, which, if you haven't seen, is these donut posters right here, which is actually a dual teaser, not only the bugs on it pointing toward the theme of Chapter 6 Season 4 being a bug invasion theme, but simultaneously, because these are like these sprinkles on a donut or replacing them these bugs, this then points toward our mini Season 2 for Chapter 6, as we've just exited mini Season 1 being Galactic Battle, being a Simpsons themed season. Of course, we have more on that and even Chapter 7 intel, so make sure you're paying close attention and staying tuned. Before that though, with this being the revive that Battle Royale or the seasons going forward in Chapter 6 needed, being the best so far, I'm sure many of you will have seen some of the crazy moments with not only the new gauntlets, but the kill switch pistols and even Robin's glider, literally allowing for scenarios where your enemies will be thinking, where did he come from? And despite this being made possible by some of the boons that we're able to equip paired with this overpowered combination that we just showed, another mythic that I'm sure you'll all be using this season, which correlates to the upcoming companion feature, which initially was expected for Chapter 7, is Crypto, as apparently data miners were able to confirm that he will become a companion once the feature is added to Fortnite, but it's currently undetermined exactly when this will be. By the looks of it, it seems to be soon, however, considering in the Chapter 6 Season 3 trailer, we had one of the original pets introduced, if you didn't know, was in Chapter 1 Season 6 this feature, which are going to be getting revamped and transferred into the companion kind of category, so we'll be able to do everything that we know about the companions so far, which is the fact that you can set any name for your pet and will have validation, and pets will use AI, and here's some of the stuff they'll also do. They can revive you, considering these little guys will be following you around. They can mark chest, weapons, and much more. You can like call them back or tell them to go back to you, and you can also tell them to go to a specific place, whether this means like marking as we can for teammates currently in game, I guess we'll have to wait and see. But speaking of these little guys obviously being in game following us around, you may be wondering, like the Crypto dog currently, as everyone can see it when you throw a treat down, as he literally lands down kind of like a junk rift. Will this mean that your companion, when following you around in game, will give away your position? Well, it doesn't look like this is going to be the case, as according to data miners, the companions will only be visible to you and your squad members, not to the enemies. And before before we move on to the return of the Herald, of course in this reality bubble now that's been confirmed thanks to the Galactic Battle Live event, something that is visible now in-game despite your companion to enemy players is this portal at Utopia City. Above it, yes, we do have this very cool looking spherical structure obviously morphing around, which has distracted a lot of players from seeing what's within this Utopia portal itself, being the old 0 point or Nexus. If you didn't know, this is flashing us back to the season after pets were initially introduced in Chapter 1 Season 6, being, well, Chapter 1 Season 7. This was a scene a part of what's called the Unvaulting event or Volcanic Explosion event, as many people refer to this to, which destroyed 3 POIs, Retail Row, Tilted Towers, and also the bottom of Polar Peak. There's many things interesting about this, the fact it's been re-showcased again, obviously confirming furthermore that the lore we're seeing carried out in OG right now, the actual mode for Season 4, is not only going to be canon, again with the blast-off event reoccurring, but perhaps these two storylines cross over that's already happened and repeating to the ones going forward than we initially thought, as this is obviously the old Nexus or Zero Shard Chamber in Chapter 1 Season 7, not implying that there is a full 0 point on the island, as of course the start of this season confirmed that the 0 point is now split up into shards like we saw destabilised in Chapter 2 Season 5, but obviously ripped apart and one crashed into the island, not only opening the Spirit Realm but getting stuck in there. This single-handedly is why we have the variant of Daigo we do now as a mythic boss in game in Chapter 6 Season 3 Super, as he wanted to enter the portal and obviously find this power that was almost speaking out to him. And speaking of Season 7, but of Chapter 2, which is obviously a whole chapter on from when we initially got introduced to the 0 point, this season has now initially called Invasion turned 4 years old. And with us knowing the theme of next season is set to be Bug Invasion theme taking over the island, this is when Hypex posted the following information regarding the next season, Season 4 of Chapter 6, being the final and longest of Chapter 6 so far, as it's set to be, again, an Alien and Bug Invasion themed season we've already mentioned, but also has an event, 6 mid-season updates set to end around early November, which is obviously meaning it's a 3-month plus season, and the leaked items so far we have a super launch pads and bug launchers that we previously mentioned, but then the Simpsons mini-season starts right after it. Maybe the transition to this is as seamless or smooth, or even as early from going into downtime from Galactic Battle to then waiting for the Season 3 servers to lift, I believe it was a midnight in the UK for me. Either way, it's safe to say all eyes are going to be on this 0 point portal at Utopia City, which has a very interesting name which we're about to talk about something important in just a second, as it will also apparently be getting gameplay related stuff in the future according to data miners. The reason Utopia City, however, is a very interesting name is because if you can't remember, you know how we've got reintroduced the first ever secret skin codenamed Blockbuster from Chapter 1 Season 4, but of course in Chapter 1 Season 4 OG now as, well, this version of the Visitor. We had these codenames for all of the secret skins in Chapter 1 to unlock, mostly displaying this silhouette so it didn't give anything away, and the one in Season 9 was codename Utopia. Obviously back then we had a Utopia-like city or POI being Neo Tilted, which was constructed thanks to this character called the Singularity, which many people believe, considering the word Utopia has been used and she seemed like a superhero, literally operating the mecha team leader that saved the island from the wrath of the Polar Peak monster, it would be the most fitting and perfect time for her to return this season, as Fortnite haven't done an entire collab with these superheroes. Obviously Epic Games have not only created skins throughout the Battle Pass in this superhero theme, but have announced a free one, which was confirmed thanks to this trailer right here, with the caption HAGS, meaning have a great season as an acronym, and as you can see it shows different Superhero Academy themed skins, but apparently this one right here from pausing the pages being flipped is actually a Reboot Rally skin that we're going to be able to get very soon with the start of an event. I mean, this is pretty obvious by the chest of this character having the Reboot Rally symbol obviously in there, or just the reboot symbol overall implying it's attached to an event like Reboot Rally, but then data miners found this character on the Fortnite surveys, which obviously seems to be, well, this superhero themed character, but instead of the Reboot logo in the chest, which they may have changed in the final form, there is this kind of superhero faction logo. Apparently this variant of it as well is a selectable style for the skin, so I guess we'll have to keep our eyes peeled for when it's announced. Speaking of announcements though, some breaking news from Fortnite themselves, we have finally confirmation on the Father's Day collaboration, which initially was confirmed to introduce not only Bob Belcher from Bob's Burger, Cleveland Brown from Family Guy, but Hank Hill from King of the Hill, by posting this image right here, literally of Hank's, well, behind. Data miners have confirmed that Bob, Cleveland and Hank will be appearing in the shop all on June 14th very soon from me uploading this video, and these are the prices of all of those. So Bob is 3.2k V-Bucks, Cleveland 2.9k V-Bucks, and Hank 3.5k V-Bucks. The 3 skins will be 1,500 V-Bucks each, the 3 pickaxes the same price again of 800 V-Bucks, 4 emotes 4 or 500 V-Bucks each, and back blings 2 to 400 V-Bucks each. In time for them rolling around, don't forget I'm an Epic partner and to enter code FM1 in the shop, and whilst you've done that, you may as well join the Discord and post proof of you rocking the code, as you'll be also able to enter the 1000 V-Bucks daily giveaway every single day, by the way. An exciting announcement regarding a new region that Fortnite's expanding to, if you didn't already know, they didn't cover the entire world, is Korea. According to data miners, the Squid Game skins, you know, with the announced collaboration before this Father's Day one in the State of Unreal livestream set to be dropping on June 27th, stated that Squid Game skins will be added to Fortnite as part of the UEFN collaboration, which apparently was revealed by Epic Games Korea themselves. In Epic Games fashion, to celebrate something launching, they've obviously attached a free reward, which, as you can see right here, is for players who log in for the first time at a Nexon PC cafe in Korea before September 15th will receive the Rainbow Slid glider. We can't let all of this distract us from the fact, however, that we're going to be seeing the Herald return most likely in Chapter 6 Season 4 for the Bug Invasion themed season. The reason this is incredibly likely is because, as mentioned previously about this Galactic Battle Live event revealing we're now in a reality bubble, like the initial one we knew of, Reality Zero, from the flipping over of the island leading into Chapter 3. This island felt safe for some time, with us obviously fending off the imagined order, including Sloan, from getting her hands on the Zero Point, until the Herald came along at the very end and actually destroyed this whole bubble itself by literally engulfing the entire reality in Chrome. Again, now that we know we're in another reality bubble, thanks to this event obviously concluding for Chapter 6 Mini Season 1 Galactic Battle, from taking a look at one of the very old survey skins, as they don't release every single one they actually make on here as concepts before another survey actually pours out, we have this amber version of the Herald, which, considering we know things from the past are going to be reoccurring not only in the OG mode, but obviously going forward integrated into Battle Royale like the Zero Point portal at Utopia City, it would be most interesting in the storyline now to learn what happened to the Herald, or why she perhaps became this new amber form, especially considering we're going into a Bug Invasion themed season, so it does make sense. Or is this another version of the Herald, her sister, or simply another snapshot?